3 more races to go, and we're going to talk now about race 7, which is a race over 1,950 meters. The carded off time is 5 to 4, 15:55, and it's a lowly rated 69 handicap, which makes it very, very difficult to try and predict the outcome. But that's why we've got Dees here to help and hear his assessment. Dees, I'm sitting on the fence here. I haven't got much of a selection, to be quite frank with you. I've got a bit of a values choice, which I'll talk about in a moment. But wow, I think it's quite difficult.
I've got the brilliant advice for the guys here, Warren. The best advice for the day. Field.
So there we go. It's as easy as that. Dee's selection is field. I'm selection is field. Let's move on.
You know what? You want to try and narrow down your selections, for the guys so they can have a short list. Because when we're playing with a budget for the exotics, you want to try, and if you can. I always mention trying to catch it with the minimum spend. You can put your chest out because then you've done well, especially in a race like this. If you can narrow down your selections, to maybe 3, 4, even 5 runners and get through the pick 6 and the jackpot in this stage, I think you've done exceptionally well. But the best way to sum this race up is wide as possible, and I'm sure most race goers, form studiers, players on the day would look at this race and, have the same approach. But my top 4 selections.
Let's have it.
I like Proud Warrior, Alison Wright's runner, engaging the services of Warren Kennedy, down from a 72 to a 61. A horse that stays well, no stamina doubts. I think will be competitive in this type of field. A horse number 5, Kurt's Fever for Dennis Bosch. Now, the type of horse that fits a similar type of profile to High Green, yet to win on the turf, just the 1 run at Scottsville, hasn't showed. But Luke Ferraris is up, and Luke's got to know this horse, 54.5 on his back. He'll be competitive here. Then horse number 4 is, I've put a big question mark around this horse, Kurt's Approval for Chris Erasmus, a horse that will be at the bottom of the betting boards. Look at some of his runs up in Gauteng, Category 4, decent. Brand New Cadillac, decent run. Zealand Zest, a decent run. So whilst he's been way off in his 2 runs back here in the province, I did bump into Chris Erasmus the other day at Scottsville, and he's welcomed the move back to KZN. And he says that his horses just need a bit of time, but he'll eventually get there. And this is the type of horse that's had 2 quick runs back to back, and he's willing to give it a 3rd run in the month, just to bring the horse back to fitness. So whilst it may not happen on Sunday, I think Kurt's Approval, who's a 5-time winner, could be one to pencil in for the future. And then Al Jackman at the bottom of the weights at 52 kgs, another horse for the shortlist. So these are the type of horses that I'd play around for trifectas and quartets. But to answer your question, a very tough race. 8, 5, 6, and 3 will be my numbers here. 8, 5, 4, 3. 8, 5, 4, and 3.
Okay, so that's Dee's shortlist, 8, 5, 4, 3. I do like a little bit of number 5, Fever. 7, Elado's Pride. That was a fair post-maiden run, so maybe you want to throw number 7. And again, you're going to think I need to have my head checked, but that's okay. Number 12, Smart Socks, is having his 2nd run for the new stable. Was looking at the ratings. Smart Socks was a 79, now a 64, so he is starting to come down a bit in the ratings. He's done well over the course. He should be well suited to this distance and for trifectas and quartets in a field where it's so hard to find the winner. Number 12, Smart Socks, could be worth including as well. But it's tough, as you've heard from Dees. Let's not dwell any longer about the 7th race. It's a 69 handicap. Try and include as many as your budget will allow you to.